What's going to happen if Trump is elected again? How far will he take his abuse of power? Do Republicans plan to check him, supporting him now, lying and obfuscating, filibustering as they do? Because they feel it's better to have a supportive bully on their side rather than a formidable, justice-oriented opponent. They are playing an awfully serious game of risk. If so, I don't think the extent of his deleterious effects are planned, but he'll virtually do anything to protect himself or his interests or those of his supporters. We see where that takes the economy. It takes it further into the fossil fuel industry. It's a threat to food, drug, and environment regulation. It's a threat to our international commitments, which means in an ever globalized world, it's a threat to us. I suppose he'll suffer a fate close to that of or equal to Caesar's if he runs too far amok of his gang. I suppose that's how they justify keeping him around. Because as Republicans play stupid, I don't think most of them are as stupid as they appear. They're just corrupt. The Republican Party is where the psychopaths go. It's where the sociopaths go. It's where the megalomaniacs go, the religious fundamentalists. So they don't have too far to expand their evil when dealing with someone like Trump, and this is not far outside of the main of who they really are. I think that's a fact that people have to come to grips with. We find corruption in the Democratic Party. We find corruption on the other side of the aisle, but nothing ever matches the corruption that we find in the Republican Party. They're liars to a greater extent than other political party members. They play more stupid than they happen to be, as I said. Either way, the government and our alliances are suffering. Trump has been dismantling the U.S. government. I think he has adopted the libertarian model. And we know where he got a lot of the inspiration for that. I forgot his name. Who's the pundit who always looks like he's drunk? The name escapes me at the moment. He was fired, but he was an architect of Trump's. Trumped. You'll pardon me, this is unrehearsed, although I have notes. I fear mortally for the state not only of our union, but of the republic and democracy itself. I've told many friends here in Asia and at home that despite America's violations of international law, we are still the de facto example, the shining city on a hill, as it were, of democracy. And Trump and his people, whether they're trying to or not, they're very successfully blowing out the lights. I fear for the planet. If anyone can single-handedly lead to the demise of regulations and practices that will protect us from a 2 to 3 degree temperature rise, it's Trump. And the people who will benefit from him and from his being in office. The SCOTUS, even for, as Bill Maher calls him, Schlitz Kavanaugh being among them, actually has managed to be, or at least other circuit courts have managed to be, a good group of centurions. But given new devolving changes, developments, unforeseen incidences in the makeup of our body politic, I wouldn't be surprised if we had some constitutionalists of the originalist variety and they gave him full monarchical powers. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But before you laugh at me, think about how you would never have managed to imagine the things that we're experiencing now, 5 years ago. We are clearly in waters we have not waded into before. I fear there is a chance that this ship may run aground, if not be scuttled completely, in new nefarious alliances with governments such as that of Turkey, the Saudi gang, Russia. That's why I now think of Trump as the Scuttler. Reason bless America.